Hey, I'm Walt, and I'm here with another financial video. And in this video, I am going to go ahead and break down how I spend my money in a month. Because if you keep up with my content, I talk a lot about investing, growing my wealth, and allowing that wealth to generate me passive income. Now, I started this in 2020, April of 2020, but I think that it's important for me to actually show how I spend my money because it is very important the connection between growing wealth and how you spend your resources or how you allocate your resources. So, this is going to be specifically my W 2 income because that is my biggest source of income and what I primarily use to generate my wealth. All right, so I get paid twice a month, but in that month, what I bring home from net pay meaning any deductions, after taxes, state, federal, local, I bring home in the month $6,403.92. Now, I break down my expenses or how I spend my money into three categories: bills, anything that is a bill, whether it's a necessity or not, I break it down into a bill because that's something that I pay, right? So, starting off with that, grocery, all right? So, I spend about $400 a month on groceries, gas, $100. Now, my rent is actually $995 a month, but I allocate $1,048 for that. All right, my cell phone bill is $60.27. Netflix, $19.07. Now, gas and electric, I usually budget $110. More times than that, it's going to be less than that, but I like to, keep a buffer in there just in case. My car insurance is $247. My renter's insurance, $14.40. My high-speed internet, $70. Now, in my unit, I do not have a washer and dryer, so I end up doing my laundry every week. So I spend $30 a month on laundry. Household items, those can consist of personal items for grooming and things of that nature to just household cleaning supplies and things of that nature. I budget about $100 a month for that. And then my NBA League Pass. All right. Now, I usually have NBA League Pass 3 to 4 months out of the year, but that is $26.49. All right. So my total for any bills that I pay every month is $2,235. That actually is about 35% of my W 2 income. All right, so next we're going to move on to discretionary spending. All right, so I get two haircuts a month, and with tip, each time I get a haircut is $40. So that's $80 a month that I pay in haircuts. Eating out, I am a single bachelor, so I do like to go out and eat. So I spend about $400. I budget about $400 a month for eating out. Entertainment, that could be going to basketball games, football, baseball, movies, comedy shows. I budget $200 a month for those events. Poker, I do like to play poker. I budget $60 a month for that. And sports betting, $400 a month. Now, there is a caveat with the poker and the sports betting. Whatever profit I get from those, 90% of the time, that profit goes into my investing. All right. So I've done that a lot over the years, and I'm always going to do that. Now, that total discretionary spending is $1,140 a month, and that breaks down to about 18% of my W 2 income spending. Now, last, not least, but the most important is my investing, all right, from my W 2 income. Now, my investing is broken into two categories. So I do a weekly investing and then I do a paycheck investing. So my weekly investing consists of me every day. I take $9 and I put it to the side. So in every Monday, that is $63, right? So I take $63 every week and I put it into my brokerage account to invest. Then my monthly investing, which is really paycheck investing, but for this budgets, I just call it monthly. But every paycheck, I will take a lump sum of money from that paycheck and I will also put that into my investment account to buy primarily dividend stocks. Now, my weekly investing, I am buying Netflix stock with that after the stock split, but the monthly is primarily dividend investing. All right, so my monthly paycheck investing is currently at $2,420. So my total investing of my W-2 income is $2,672. All right, so that is 42% of my W-2 income. All right, now, like I said, this is all net pay. So this is after taxes. I do have in my W-2, I do have a 401k. So that is, accounted for before my my net pay. So I'm not including that. But just as a quick recap, all right, when it goes down to percentages, right? So of my W-2 income, 35% is going towards bills. 18% goes to discretionary spending, and my investing is 42%, right? So my investing is the number one driver of how I spend my W-2 income. Now, just as a added bonus, you know, just like I said with my poker and sports betting returns, I put those and I invest those. Same thing with my income from dividends, my passive income. The overwhelming majority of my passive income that I generate from dividends, I actually take those and I will buy more dividend income. Now, as the last few years where I'm getting more dividend income, right now is $930 something a month. I will take some of that money from time to time and take a trip or something like that. But overwhelming majority, probably a good 70-80% of it each month goes back into investments. All right. So just wanted to give a breakdown of how I spend my money and where the percentages are going. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. And as always, I will get back to you.